Hello everyone, in this video, I would like to show you how we can use ANOVA test for the difference of the multiple means. So the purpose of this project is to test whether people with college degrees or not will have similar hourly wages or not, okay? So what we need to do first, we will select 100 observations from our original data set. So in order to randomly select the observations, first, I will click the first column and then right click, put insert. So once you put insert, you will have a totally new column showing up, right? In this new column, you just name it as index. And then in the second cell, you just put equal rand. We already introduced this couple times, right? And then put the parentheses, hit enter. Then it will create a random number between 0 and 1. And then you just move your mouse to the edge of the cell and then to see this black plus, and then double click it. Then it will fill all those cells with the randomly created numbers between 0 and 1. And what we need to do is using sort. Okay, so sort here and then expand the selection. Sort by the index from the smallest to largest. Okay, once you hit OK, then it will rearrange the whole data set. Okay, what we need is just 100 observations. So what we need to select will be from the first one. The first one is showing their name, the variables, right? And then from the second one will be our first observation. So what we need to do is select it 101. Okay. So from here, we need to select 101 observations and then use the keyboard Control C, okay? And in another new worksheet, okay? You just need to create a new worksheet, Control C, right? And then in this new worksheet, you should just put Control V, copy paste, okay? So once you copy paste, it will create a subsample randomly with 100 observations. And with this new sample, okay, we can just delete the first column because this column is just for randomly selection. So we don't need this column anymore. So just delete it. And then what we need to test is if the people graduated from college or not will have the same hourly wage or not. Okay, so this is the test we try to do. Then what we need is just these two columns. Okay, so you can use your keyboard, okay, to select these two columns and then put Control C. Once you put Control C in the new sheet, okay, you just put Control V. So here we will have the college graduates, this column, and then the wages column. So you can notice in this column, we have two numbers, either 0 and 1. So this is the binary column. 1 means this survey people, okay, graduated from college with college degree. 0 means this person do not have college degree, okay? And then we want to see whether these two type of the person will have the same hourly wage, okay? So here we need to first make up our non-hypothesis. So the non-hypothesis here, I need to insert our non-hypothesis. So we will have the non-hypothesis. I'll make it a little bit larger, okay? So the non-hypothesis. The non-hypothesis is our H0, right? Will be the people will have their same hourly wages, no matter with college degree or not. So that will be our non-hypothesis, okay? And then we want to test if our data will accept this non-hypothesis or reject this non-hypothesis, okay? So this is our non-hypothesis. And then we will use ANOVA. And then in order to use ANOVA, first we need to select these two columns, okay? And then use the data here, sort the observations, okay, by the college from the smallest to largest. So once you hit okay, you will see it rearrange the whole data set. It will show 0 in college first, and then followed by 1, okay? So you can see this is the difference. And then this, we would need to divide this data set now into two parts. The first part is people with no college degree, okay? No college graduate, okay? Non-college graduates. And then another one will be college graduate. So with non-college graduates, we need to put all those wages in this column. So we need to select the person here, okay? So let's see until let me see. See, you can see until 82, okay? You can just put Control C and then put all those wages in this column, Control V. So here we just transfer those non-college graduates wages into this column. And then we also need to get the wages for the people who graduated from college, okay? So you can notice now we create two columns, right? We create two columns here, and then we will use these two columns to do the ANOVA test. So you just hit data first, and then there is a data analyze in Excel. Okay, so put data analyze, and then select the first one, ANOVA, single factor, hit OK. So it will ask you to select the input range. Our input range here will be, don't select the first column, don't select the first row, because the first row is not number, okay? It's just the string variable. So the first row, we cannot select it. What we need to do is select those number, okay? So we need to select those number. Once you select those number, we need to select until 82. So select it again. Okay, so that those number 82. And then we will have two columns, right? So hit column. And then we have the alpha. We will try to see if this, we can reject or accept this non-hypothesis at 95% significance level. So here I put alpha equal 0.05 and then hit OK. So once you hit OK, it will create the new worksheet. Okay, in this new worksheet will be our ANOVA result. So you can see totally in the column 1 for the non-college graduates, we have 81 survey people. Okay, in the column 2 will be our college graduates. Okay, we have 19 people graduated from college, and it shows the average hourly wages. Okay, and then their variance. And how we can use this ANOVA table to do the analyze. You can see in this ANOVA table, there is one called p-value, right? So you can see this p-value is equal, this p-value is equal 0.03, right? We have 0.03, which is less than our significance level, okay? 0.05. So based on this ANOVA analyze, we will reject the non-hypothesis, right? Which means we will reject the non-hypothesis. We will make a conclusion that people will have different hourly wages if they have college degree and if they don't have college degree, okay? So their hourly wages will be different based on if they have college degree or not. So this is what we can do based on ANOVA to compare the multiple means in our samples.